The European Centre of Disease Control, ECDC, reveals that there are more than 300,000 cases of coronavirus. 13,000 people have died. There are now more than 1,000 cases of the virus in Africa. But does Africa really have a geographical or climate advantage? What should the government and citizens be doing to rapidly reduce the spread of COVID-19 that has no cure or vaccine? To discuss the updated global statistics on coronavirus and other solutions that could be used to minimize the spread of the virus in Nigeria, joining us in the studio is Babajide Ogunsowo, data consultant with Channels TV. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good evening, Melissa.
I believe we're practicing social distancing, but is this enough? Is this spaced?
Depends on how we measure it. But you know, we've seen the new numbers. 30 cases. What does this mean to most Nigerians? 30 cases, that's 1 case in 7 million Nigerians. That seems to sound like some good news, 1 in 7 million. But I'll share a short story about some sort of thing that happened before that people thought was good news. And so 3 decades ago, a New York magazine conducted a survey among 1,000 married American men that had been married for over 15 years. And they asked one question out to this 1,000 men. They asked them, how many of you in your years of marriage have ever cheated on your wife? And when they did that survey, only 2 out of 1,000 agreed or said they had cheated on their wives. And so the following day, they brought up a headline, 99.9% of men in America have never cheated on their wives. That is the fact, but that might not be the truth. And so today, 30 cases in Nigeria, that is the fact, but is that the truth? I'll share 3 truths with you and why the government should be concerned. Only 30 days ago, the number of coronavirus cases in Spain was 30. Today, 25,000. Only 30 days ago, the number of coronavirus cases in the United States was 30. Today, 26,000. Only 30 days ago, the number of coronavirus cases in Italy, only 30 days ago, was 30. Today, 53,000. So here's the right question. Today, Nigeria only has 30 cases of coronavirus. What we should be asking ourselves is, how many cases could Nigeria have in the next 30 days? And that's where the government requires to be more extreme and aggressive with its measures.
Some people have called several other measures, in Greece, for example, draconian, or Germany that says limiting restriction of gatherings to 2 persons. And then we have the sad fact of, 2 minutes, life is lost in Italy. But if we look at the continent, Africa, comparing Nigeria to the continent, other countries on the continent, how are they doing?
You know, just before we go into Africa, we've seen this virus really contained in the southwest, and we must also see that, yes, the governors in the southwest, especially the governor of Lagos State, Oyo State, and Ogun State, have taken unprecedented moves that are bold but good. And so even though we've seen these governors take strong measures to contain the virus, we will expect that this week we see stronger moves to ensure that people obey these new regulations. But here's where I want us to take a look at the chart of the week. Africa. What is going on in Africa? The ECDC says that there are over 1,000 cases in Africa, but their research also shows that approximately half of the cases in Africa are in Egypt and South Africa. And what you have right in front of you is the number of cases in Africa, countries that have reported at least 20 cases. And we see in Africa, there are 11 countries that each have reported over 20 cases. And we then see, based on the updated figures, 30 cases from Nigeria. But there are a lot of countries in Africa above Nigeria that have reported many more cases of coronavirus. And so the concerns are, we mustn't just focus on the number of cases that have been reported. We need to focus on identifying unreported cases.
But how do you think, what would be your assessment with regards to how the governments, Lagos, for example, and cases that we have, states that we have a few cases, how do you think we are doing with curbing the spread?
We've seen strong measures. We've seen that from tomorrow, airlines will be limited, especially only essential services. But we need to do more regarding our land borders. What do I mean by land borders? Now, if we follow the statistics that we have today, Cameroon, among all the countries surrounding us, Cameroon has the highest number of cases, Millicent. Here's what it means. If we were not able to manage our land borders between us and Cameroon, and the virus comes through the land borders, then potentially we'll start seeing cases in the northeast and in the southeast. And so we know how problematic it will be to manage if we get cases going to the northeast and coming into the southeast to the south. So what the government needs to do more than ever before is to let people know that the virus isn't a government problem, it's everybody's problem. And that is should be the approach. And I know you want to run off, but I don't let you go without wishing you a happy Mother's Day and also wishing all the women in the world happiest Mother's Day, and also my mom as well. She always watches.
Thank you so much. Thank you a lot, Babaji Jaguso, for your analysis.
Again, it's everybody's responsibility.
On the news at 10.